Today is Friday, June 29th, 2018, and this is the ServiceMonster Show.
Customer John from Houston visits ServiceMonster headquarters.
Several new training videos came out this week.
And we just released a brand new hotfix. This week in social media.
So I didn't even know this existed before today, but today I found an article about Instagram Lite. The article's title was, Instagram Lite is so small that your Android device won't even know it's there. Interesting. So it's basically a take on the traditional Instagram app, but it's smaller. So if you have an older Android device, then it's not going to take as much room, if really anything at all. Like the title says, your Android might not even know it's there. It might be something you want to look into if you use Instagram for your business, for any marketing. They also said that Facebook, which owns Instagram, also has a Lite option and also a Messenger app Lite option. So you might want to check those out. Apparently they are available in the Google Play Store, although they're not available everywhere, so you'll just have to check that out for yourself. And again, this is for Android devices, so if you're rocking an iPhone like me, you're not going to find it on there.
So I found this great article on some new sales stats that I wanted to share with you, so I just broke down the most important ones that I felt were really interesting, so check this out. Nearly 100% of customer interaction happens on a phone call. You know, email is great, but there's nothing like the power of a phone call. Another one I found is leads are actually 100 times more effective if you reach out to that web form within 5 minutes of it being submitted. So strike while the iron is hot. Another one that I thought was really key is the fortune is in the follow-up. And I'm sure you've heard that many times, but listen, if you don't strike while the iron is hot, you can make it hot by striking, right? So it's really important to be prepared for those phone calls when you reach out and try to gather as much information about that customer so you feel prepared and know what you're going to talk about. Who are you? What do you want? And why should I care? Hey, and that goes the same for emails. 35% of people now are checking their emails directly on their phones. So just make it really straightforward and to the point. And according to Bain & Company, increasing your client retention rate by as little as 5% can increase your profits by more than 95%. So stay ahead of your customers by email campaigns and phone calls and things like that. And actually over 80% of your clients are going to be on Facebook or any other social media anyway. So if they're not responding to emails or phone calls, don't hesitate to shoot them a quick message on those platforms as well. And remember, data and information like this is only as good as the decisions and actions that you take as a result of it.
I read an article online today from cleanfacts.com about increased tariffs for Chinese imports. And they're talking about an increased cost on things such as PPE. So if you purchase coveralls or booties or gloves and even some respiratory equipment as well for your businesses, they're saying probably the most affected will be restoration companies. So they say just to be prepared for that. They're saying it should go into effect actually next month, which really is only a couple days away, so July 2018. If you want to look up the information for yourself, again, it was on cleanfacts.com. This week, Inside Smug. So Lance asked this week on Smug why ServiceMonster is anti-Firefox. Believe me, Lance, you are not the only one to ask this question. Other Firefox users have also asked this. I want to let you know that actually with this hotfix that just came out, we'll be detailing more later in product updates. We actually addressed some Firefox issues, specifically addressed in the schedule in ServiceMonster. So go ahead and check that out for yourself. We've heard your comments on Smug, and we take action, and hopefully these new fixes will be helpful to you.
And Scott, thanks for your comment. We actually rebooted the machine and everything is up and running again.
So this is actually a post from Mary Lynn from quite a while ago, a few weeks ago. And I'm reposting it because I wanted to let her know specifically, and those who have had similar issues with searching accounts in ServiceMonster, that I made a video this week to help explain searching accounts in ServiceMonster. So hopefully that's really helpful to you. That's our goal here on the training platform. So go check that out. It's posted up on YouTube, and I also will be posting it on the help site very shortly. So, but for now, go check it out on YouTube. It's called Searching Accounts, and you'll get just a 2-minute video detailing how to do that in ServiceMonster. This week inside ServiceMonster.
And John from Houston, thank you so much for visiting the ServiceMonster headquarters last week. John is actually a new ServiceMonster user, and he has been for a few months. And when I first called him a few months ago, I remember his kid picking up the phone, like 3 or 4 years old, and I asked for John, and he's like, yeah, let me go get my dad. And it was just the cutest thing ever, and it was just really cool to meet you face to face. And I love hearing from prospects and learning about you and your business and how we can help. Thank you.
Besides creating the one training video, Searching Accounts for Mary Lynn and anybody else who's struggled with that, I also created a couple more training videos this week. So we produced actually 3 new training videos this week, which is great. I love it when we get to just pump them out like that. The other ones that we did was blocking time on the schedule. So if you're ever curious how to, say you're taking a vacation and you want to know how to write it in on your ServiceMonster schedule, it's important to know how to do that. So I went through a video that teaches you how to do that. So check out that. Blocking time on your schedule is what the video is called. Then I also did creating job reminders / confirmations with email templates. Kind of a long title, sorry guys. But it is a really comprehensive video on creating job reminders and confirmations. So if that's something that you've been curious about, wanted to know more about email templates, go ahead and check that video out as well.
And we are still actively planning for the Symposium, and I actually signed somebody up for that yesterday. So give us a call and get your seat reserved. ServiceMonster product updates.
We mentioned last week in product updates that we're trying to get releases out to you faster. So we've been working on a amped up schedule, if you will. So we're trying to get more out to you faster so that you get the improvements and the fixes and the new features faster. Actually, just yesterday, we released a new hotfix for 6.2.7. And if you don't know what hotfix means, it's just basically like a quick release. So if there's a few things that we really want to get out to the public before we do a huge major release, then we call them little hotfixes. So, well, we say little, but there's actually quite a few bugs that were fixed and a couple new features as well. So get into your ServiceMonster and you'll see some of the improvements there. From everyone here at ServiceMonster, thank you so much for your attention.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Go check out the demo.
Give us a call.
We did it.
We did it.
That was rough.
Pound it. Stick shift.